What is IT infrastructure here? You already know all these servers, databases, networking, and these are all called as a IT infrastructure. I already explained we are going to manage all these components in cloud, like your desktops, your servers and storages, load balancer, databases, routers, switches, firewalls, and applications, and everything is running from the cloud these days. That's why at least outline we need to understand, oh, there is a IT infrastructure. Just one term, what is IT infrastructure? Oh, these are all components are IT infrastructure. That's all. The second thing is, where is this? This is running on top of the data center. These are all devices are under data center. Where is the data center? Next question, questions and answers. The data centers are like we have three types of data center. One is the physical data center where you have the racks and all, so many racks and all. There you can insert the servers and all. So that is the physical server. There is a virtual data center is there. There you have the VMware software is installed. On top of that, lot of servers are created. These servers are virtual servers, and this data center is called as a virtual data center, which it is holded so many servers. This is also data center. It is holding lot of data centers. In this, the next point is one more data center is there. That is the cloud data center. So here some challenges are there to overcome that people are migrated here. Here some challenges are there, people are migrated here. So that means if the server is migrated, database is also migrated, application is also migrated, but wherever the server is there, around the server only everything is there, right? If there is a server, you need the storage, you need the database, you need application, you need monitoring, you need backup, you need everything here. So if the server is migrated and every infrastructure is migrated to cloud, so you need to support everything from cloud. So that's why the cloud is very much popular, because like the infrastructure, entire infrastructure is migrating to cloud. One good thing with this thing is only one administrator can able to manage the entire operations, instead of traditionally there is a lot of teams, but here only one team, that is AWS administration team. If you go to the in future also, we have only three types of developer, three types of IT. One is the infrastructure, the second one is the DevOps, the third one is the data science and all. These three. There is no other technologies and all. So the front end development and all this is completely web based services. So that is the fourth one. Only these four technologies are available in IT. So the rest of the all are almost vanished. So there is no individual technologies. So if you are the database guy, if you are the informatica guy, you need to work on the cloud, you need to work on the some other services like snowflakes and all. So that is the one more important. Now you are very clear about what are the different data centers we have. So, and one more thing here is, if you one data center is migrated, everything is migrating. And also companies, like you may have the doubt, like if how the companies will take decision to migrate all of your servers to cloud and all. Yes, definitely they need to save the money, so definitely they are taking decision to migrate. So how they can migrate, like if you go to the any company, there is environments like development environment and QA environment and production environment. So you can migrate development and QA to um, cloud, and production you can keep it on premises. That way, two times of your infrastructure is going to cloud. Definitely, your job is stable in cloud. So the second thing is like you already understand this. Sometimes you can maintain all of your production environment in on-premises. Your DR, disaster recovery, you can able to maintain in cloud. So that's why companies are prefer this type of environment. So now you are very much clear about why cloud and all. So then coming to where people are using this cloud, you understand. Then if you go to the data center is needed very big dedicated space and high bandwidth and efficient cooling system, physical security, and DR and hardware replacement. In case one server is having many components like CPU, memory, and power supplies and all. So if any components is faulty, you need to replace all these components, right? So that's why it is really headache. People are not interested to manage all these things. So instead of that, and not only that, they are spending a lot of money for the employees and to give the outsourcing also. If there is a one server, if you they want to give the outsourcing to this server, so they need to pay a lot of money. So like almost to 50, 60 to 70% of their revenue they are spending on only infrastructure. Now they don't want to do that because this is lot of headache. So there is a lot of challenges to manage this traditional IT. That's why people are looking for alternative solution, that is cloud computing. So if you go to the cloud computing, before cloud computing, the teams are like this. Like if you go to the teams like data center team, security team, network team, database team, middleware team, there is a lot of teams are there to support the business, to support the infrastructure. So after migrating, only one team, that is AWS administration team. Imagine there is 100 people are managing your traditional IT. After migrating, only 10 people are good enough to manage. So now you are very much clear about this thing. So any questions here? Anyone? Any confusion? Let me know about IT infrastructure. And there is a lot of challenges to manage these many teams, these many infrastructure, and there is a really headache. So that's why people are frustrated and they don't want to manage the traditional IT. Then companies are migrating to easy method, that is the cloud computing. So before going to cloud computing, what is IT infrastructure? Where is IT infrastructure? What are the teams involved to manage the IT infrastructure? How they are going? Any questions? Let me know before starting this cloud.
No, thank you.
No questions, right? Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Just go to YouTube and subscribe for our channel, so you can find some labs. Okay. So now we are going to introduction to why we go for AWS. Before going to AWS, why we go for cloud computing? The cloud computing means like very simple and straightforward. Whatever the services you need, you no need to buy physically, you just buy whatever the service you can get it. Like for example, just now I created in front of you one server. I can use that server for my business purpose. So I created one server in front of you, right? So this server I can use for my application purpose, this server I can use for my business purpose. Suppose, see, like I can connect to this server in front of you, only I created this server, and I am connecting to this server to do practice and all. So that means like I want to install the software in this, so I can connect to this server using, yeah, anyhow. So So I can connect to this system in front of you. I am connecting and I can use this server for my purpose. So I can install the Java service and I can use this server and I can manage like that. So that means you are getting as a service, infrastructure as a service you are getting. You are not getting any server from AWS. You are just getting the service from that. So I want 50 GB. You can see the 50 GB, but you don't have any hard disk. Imagine you buy the 50 GB hard disk from OneDrive or Google Drive or some other like even do you know this Dropbox? Dropbox is from past 15 years onwards. The Dropbox is just a UI provided by Dropbox company. but actual storage is AWS S3. We never noticed that because they are giving one console and we are uploading, and all companies are using the Dropbox, right? But the actual storage is AWS. They are just a pay-per-use model. So how they really they did excellent job in that, right? So that is the one more important. I hope everyone clear about what is cloud computing. So cloud computing is a style of computing where massive scale of IT related capabilities are provided as a service across the internet to multiple external customers. That means you are getting as a service. That's all. You are getting as a service. So that is the one thing. These are all are the so many places you may use every day. These are all cloud technologies. So like your Dropbox, Netflix, and YouTube and eBay, every company use the cloud computing. So then coming to here, like what are the advantages of the cloud computing? The most important advantage of the cloud computing is pay-per-use model. So I can use for the server for 1 week. I can pay for that. I don't want this server for after my practice. After my practice, I don't want this server. I can go here and I can terminate so that I don't need to pay anything. In traditional server is not like that. In traditionally, if you buy the server, that is your server. You need to use and you need to pay for that. Doesn't matter whether you use or not, you need to pay for that. So, but here it is not like that. How many days you want, you can use, otherwise you can delete them. So that way you can save the money. That is the
Sir,
paper. Mhm,
can you go to that AWS page one second?
mhm. Yeah, yeah.
Here, how many instances we can create and daily terminate rate and okay. And in my company, they have added one like a load balancer like that they have, but that I have tried to delete that, but that is not deleting. So that is not instance, I think. But I think they have added something. Any possibilities to delete that also, sir? If I delete that, that will automatically again come newly creating.
Okay. There is a auto scaling here. If you go the last step, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you just there is a auto scaling group and you can delete them.
Oh, okay, okay. And though they don't have, sir, don't need that auto scaling after that, or why that they do. If we close the project, all projects from AWS, we can delete this. No need there.
Yes, yes, and yeah, once you decided you don't want anymore, then you can delete them.
Okay, okay.
But make sure you have enough approval to delete, because sometimes the people may use that, and if you delete, then it is in trouble.
Okay, okay. So here need to delete. After that, there also automatically they will be deleted.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So thank you.
So that is the how to manage. So and also increasing mobility, you can migrate server from one place to another place within 2 minutes, and you can low cost, less cost. You can start with one server and you can implement any servers, and high availability, easy to manage, and high productivity, environment friendly, less deployment time. So if you see the deployment time, like within 2 minutes you can host a website, so automatically it is scaling up. We want you, if you want scaling down, so we can also resource increasing. Like let's take example, you created 2 GB with 4 GB RAM. After 1 month your business is increased and so many customers came, and within 2 minutes you can increase, just drag and drop kind of thing. So that's why companies are always prefer this type of environment, because it is easy to manage and easy to use, and the companies also save a lot of money. So that is the advantages of the cloud
Sir,
computing. Yeah,
sir, you have told if we need extra, we can add like that. You told, sir. If many users come, how we can decide, sir? If we starting a new startup like project, how we can decide? Okay, this much storage is enough. Like that, how we can decide and how we can
that is
if many
architect.
users.
That is the architect will decide, and they will give us like requirement, and we can create. And how the architect will decide based on the business requirement. What is your plan? Like how many users may expect? You know, depends upon what purpose you are creating this server, right?
Yes.
So if it
Okay.
is for website and there is how how many web how many people are contacting around, it's not exactly, but how load, and based on the load you can also directly increase like within 2 minutes. Imagine I have a server, I have a volume of this thing. So then customer need another 5 GB. Just you can go to the volume. That volume of 5 GB is there, right? The 5 GB to he want 10 GB. Just you can go to the volume and you can just action modify. So for us it is very easy job. In the back end they do lot. They already set
Um,
it up for everything. See, within 2 minutes your volume is ready to use 7 GB. Can you see that?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they telling like the daily 1,000 users like that they will that only they will tell, sir. How we only need we only know that, right? How many storage we need to give like that. So I'm
that
asking.
that's the architect, right? So that is the architect. The business will give us like how many. First of all, we that is not our job. That is
Uh,
the coming from the business. Like what purpose?
mm,
Suppose imagine there is a Java developer is asking a server, right? There
um,
is a one
mm,
Java developer is asking a server. So for the
mm,
Java developer and all, it's very small, tiny server is enough. For that, you just go here and you can create. You can ask him what kind of server you need. So you
um,
need to ask them, hey, how much CPU you want, how much memory you want, and based on that, you can select whatever the server you want. So if he need
um,
5 GB space, yes, you can go to the 5 GB space. And you want Linux server, you can select the Linux server. That's all. You can select this. This can you see this one CPU, 1 GB RAM, and you
yes.
want four CPU, 16 GB. So how you want? So I can start free tier and I can create the server. That's all. We are almost there
Mm,
to create the server. So we are almost there to create the server, and I can create the server in front of you. My server is launching. So within two
yes.
minutes, you can able to access and you can provide the server. Imagine you are the Java developer, like something Java developer
Mm,
or MySQL developer or something. So you requested me a server with one CPU, 1 GB RAM. Yes, I created the server and I am connecting to the server and I can enable the login password for you and I can provide you everything in front of you in a 2 minutes. Your server is almost ready. Just hold on. You are understanding the requirement, right?
yes, yes. And that
Y-
CPU size means how we need to how we can decide, okay, this one CPU enough for
Yeah,
CPU
the
enough.
development environment, there is no much load, right? Based on that.
Yes.
If it is the development environment, that is not the big server. So it is still loading, it is still initializing. So once it is ready, then we can able to access to the server. So it is still loading, wait for that.
Okay.
It is initializing. Can you see that? So
Yeah, yeah.
once it is ready, then I can give you the server. You can also play around. So within two
Mm.
minutes, your server is ready. So
Here, anything we can put, if it we said our Ubuntu, we can put uh,
yeah, any server, yes, you can take the any operating system, Ubuntu, CentOS, and like Amazon server also. Amazon itself also created some server, and you can host any kind of server and so that means you are just creating a server and as a AWS admin, imagine I am the AWS admin, you are the Java developer. So you requested me a server with 5 GB, 1 GB space or something. It is still loading. That's why it is not connecting. Let me wait for that. So then I just go through this console and I created and I will give you the username, password along with IP. Then you can connect to that system and you can do your job. So
okay.
that's why, yeah, it's very advantages are like that. Then coming to what are the layers of the cloud computing? Sometimes they will ask you what are the layers of the cloud computing. The layers of the cloud computing means like there is a three types of layers: application layer, platform layer, infrastructure layer. Infrastructure layer means all infrastructure related. Infrastructure related means like all like server related, networking related, storage related. All these related is infrastructure as a service. If you go to the middleware, it is middleware. Like platform as a service means middleware. You can get directly database, you can get directly the application, you can directly get the just like a database we created, right? We can create the database but no server, nothing. And software as a service. Software as a service means you can get buy the software directly, like your email service and your business applications and a lot of services these days you can get like MS Office. So the MS Office, nothing we can do, right? You just use that. That's all. You can just install the software and you can try to access your MS Office. That's all. So that is the platform as a service model. So I hope you understand what are the different layers of the cloud computing. We have three layers: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. In infrastructure as a service, you can manage until the OS and all. So in traditionally, you need to manage everything by your own. If you go to the IaaS model, infrastructure as a service model, you need to do all infrastructure related. Platform as a service model means you can manage your platform. Software as a service means you can manage your software, everything including application, database, everything is coming from cloud. You just use that, just like a Salesforce. Salesforce, nothing we can do. You can use that. Just MS Office also. Nothing. Do we do anything with MS Office? Nothing. You can use it, right? So that is the platform as a service. I mean, software as a service model. So, like at least you need to understand. Oh, there is a SaaS model services, a PaaS model services, IaaS model. You are not blind now. If someone asks you, hey, on which layer are you working? Now you know. Oh, there is a layer. Sorry. Now you know there is a layers. Now you know on which layer you are working and what is the IS, what is there in IS model, what is there in PaaS model, what is there in SAS model.
Sir, I have small doubts in this layers.
Mhm.
SaaS means they will have front end, back end, database, all the things in.
Everything they just give the product and you can use it.
Okay. And the PaaS means database like that, only single.
Yeah, except application data you can manage, and rest of all are coming from the cloud.
Oh, okay, okay. Application data means front end, back end, and database. We will have remaining thing
Exactly.
like deployment. They will that we
Yeah,
can do
platform they
deployment.
are giving, OS they are giving, everything they are giving from backend, storage,
Oh,
networking, firewalls, and everything is their side. Our side is only the data you can use. That's all.
oh, okay. IaaS means I do not clear this.
Infrastructure, server, database, switches, networking, only that.
Oh, okay, okay. Without application, front end, back
With
end only.
yeah, there is no middleware also. Just like you can buy the server, you can install whatever database you want.
Database we can deploy like that. All the things we can do.
Yes, you can use whatever you want.
Okay, okay. Here front and back end we will do, or that no need, sir, that we will not do in IaaS. Applications one you have marked in that, right? IaaS, IaaS.
Yes, yes,
Application
yes.
means what you mean, front and back end, that
Front
deployment
end,
also we
yeah,
can do.
front end application, your database, and you can install your database, and
Uh,
you can install your Java services. Then you can use that.
okay, okay. Traditional IT means all of they have in own the own company application data middle all the things they have it. So that is traditional IT.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Everything you can without any cloud.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So now here we have three types of clouds: private cloud, hybrid cloud, and public cloud. This is also important sometime in interview. So they will ask you what kind of cloud are you working. So you can tell them I am working on private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud. Private cloud means you can create your own cloud, just like IBM and India, IBM US, IBM UK, IBM German. Like there is a lot of places they have, right? So they want to centralize the environment. They can create in one place and they just share their branches across globe. So that is the private cloud. Public cloud means anyone can buy. You can buy, I can buy, TCS can buy, Wipro can buy, anyone can buy the infrastructure. That is the public cloud. Hybrid means it's combination of private and public. Like for example, you don't want your database is in cloud, you can keep it on database in on-premises, and your application servers, your database servers, and your application servers, web services, and the load balancer, everything is coming from the. These are all load balancer, application server, web servers are coming from the cloud. So combination of private and public is kind of hybrid model. So that is the one more thing, and we have like a private cloud, public cloud, and hybrid model. So that is the one more implementation. Sometime we may need to understand on which environment are you working, like private
Sir,
cloud or yeah.
private means they will create our own data center. In that they will buy computers, RAM, CPU, all other things buy in one place. Like that they will have create many places and they will
Yes,
connect each other with the other with the private.
exactly, only their company.
Okay, okay, sir.
Other than public means AWS. AWS is created one big data center in Mumbai, and everyone from India they can buy from the Mumbai data center. Anyone.
No, okay, sir. Fine.
That is the public. So there is a two types of clouds, like application cloud and infrastructure cloud. That application cloud means Salesforce and Google Apps and all. So infrastructure cloud is mostly like AWS, Azure, Google, Oracle, IBM. But out of these, like AWS, Azure, Google, these three are the much popular. They are very much popular, and the rest of is not much popular. Okay, so but out of these three, even AWS, Azure, Google, AWS is like almost 60% of the market with AWS only. So it's very, very, very much popular. So now you are very, very clear about what are the different clouds we have. Some challenges are there, like same, like this is public, and everyone is accessing same hardware, and loss of physical control. If something happened with Amazon, it's gone. So, and data ownership, and these are some challenges, but these challenges is not for us actually. We are just job holder. So the company is using, we need to support for that. So the company need to take all these risks, and they need to consider what they want and all. So that is the about introduction to cloud computing.